Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to see some another questions for the Python interview series. Today we had questions taken from the Python libraries. Okay, so this is the particular thing that we are gonna write today. So let me just quickly take out a color so that we can start writing on dealing with the particular questions which we are actually having, right? So let's go here. Okay, so as I mentioned that today we are going to discuss out the questions from the Python library. So that questions are actually totally from the Django and the Flask thing. Okay, so these two frameworks question today I have taken out. Okay, right here. So let's start with the first question. So my first question says that is Django better than Flask? This is my very first question that actually I have here. So let's see that basically what's the answer for this particular question, right? I would just start writing out here that Django and Flask map the URLs or addresses typed in the web browsers in the web browsers to functions in Python. Okay, first of all, let's see that what are Django and Flask, what are they actually used for. So, basically the Django and Flask map the URLs or addresses typed in the web browsers to functions in the Python. Okay, now let's see that which is the better one, right? So this was a question which we need to write out here. So let's start out here. Okay, let me remove this ones. Okay, here goes the Flask, right? So Flask is much simpler. Flask is much simpler compared to Django. Much simpler compared to Django. So if I just like talk about which is easier, the Flask is much simpler compared to Django, but even here one condition we are having, but Flask does not do a let me come down 1 second. Yeah, so here let's go above. So Django but Flask does not do a lot for you. It means that basically you'll be needing to specify out the details in a very clear way, but if it is do out the same work with the Django, so that does a lot of work for you, wherein you would not need to work like write out the work too much or those things like that. Okay, so this is basically how it actually works out. Now after that, basically what about the Django? So Django, let's write out here. So I just like told out the meaning, right? So I'm just not gonna write out that things here. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you the things like overview for that. So here goes the Django. Okay, so Django consists of pre-written Django consists of pre-written code which the user will, okay, let me remove out, will need to analyze where, let me just come down, wherein you would okay, so wherein you would okay, so the user will need to analyze wherein that case basically okay, just 1 second. I just wrote out some wrong sentence, I guess. So Django consists of the pre-written, basically Django consists of the pre-written code which we need to analyze, wherein, okay, not this wherein, it would be go analyze. Let me remove this out, and okay, so that is whereas. Whereas because we're comparing the things, right? Whereas the flask gives the users to create their own code. Okay, so basically in that sense I could just say that making it simpler to understand the code, right? So basically technically both are equal and both contain their own pros and cons. So here we just cannot write any particular one that this is better or that is better, right? Both are actually good and both of them have some pros, some cons even, right? So in that case I could just not mention any particular thing like that. Let's go above with this next question. Here and the question comes like this. Fine. So now basically next question goes that explain what flask is and its benefits, right? So let's answer out this particular question, that what is a flask and what are its benefits, right? Okay, so let's start writing out here that flask is a web frame work. So Flask is basically a web micro framework for Python based. Okay, for Python based. So for this explain what is Flask and its benefits. So Flask is a web microframe for Python, right? Okay, and basically it means that, okay, this thing is absolutely okay that Flask is a web micro framework for Python. I would just remove out because I'm just not going to discuss about its license and all those things right here. Okay, so I will just discuss about the Flask that it is a web micro framework. Okay, now next basically what do I have? So a session basically allows you to remember information. A session basically allows you to remember the info for one request to another. Okay, in a Flask a session uses a signed cookie. COOKIE. Okay, so in a Flask a session uses a signed cookie so the user can look at the session content. Okay, just let me come down. So the user can look at the session contents. So here goes the contents and modify. Okay, after that the user can modify the session. If only it has the secret key, that is the Flask secret key. Okay, actually it has the secret key. I will just write that secret key only. Fine, just one second, let me go above and now fine. So Flask is basically a web micro framework in Python. So a session basically allows you to remember info for one request to another. In a Flask, a session uses a signed cookie so the user can look at the session content and modify the user can modify the session if only it has the secret key, right? These are like how the Flask actually works out, right? Now let's move towards the last question, that what are the difference between the Django and Pyramid and Flask. Okay, so let's start question. Okay, so for the Flask, let's discuss for the very first point. So here goes with the Flask, right? So Flask is a micro framework So Flask is a micro framework primarily built for a small application with the simpler requirements, right? So a Flask is a micro framework primarily built for a small application with the simpler requirements. Okay, in Flask, right. So in Flask, you have to, let me just go down. In Flask, okay, so in Flask, you have to use external libraries. Flask is ready to use. Flask is ready to use, right? So in Flask, basically you need to use out the external libraries, and after that the Flask is actually ready to use. Right, now let's talk about the pyramid. What is that pyramid? Basically it would be a new name for some of you actually, so let's just write that particular thing. Okay, so pyramid is, let me go above, let me remove out this particular thing. So pyramid is built for larger, so pyramid is built for larger applications. Okay, whenever we are just talking about some larger applications, so in that case pyramid is actually used out, right? Now what is the main why it is used? So it provides flexibility, BILT, right? Provides the flexibility and lets the developer use the right tool for their project. Okay, so this is basically the use for the pyramid. That's why is that actually used out. So the developer can use a database, can basically choose out the database for them, URL structure, templating style, and many more things, right? So this is basically like pyramid is a highly configurable type, right? Okay, fine. As soon as the pyramid is done, last we are having Django. So Django can also be used for larger. Django can also be used for larger applications like pyramid. Okay, so in that case Django is actually used for so Django is actually used for making out the larger applications like pyramid. As I mentioned in the above statement, that pyramid is basically built for larger applications. It provides flexibility and lets the developer use the right tool for their project. And for the Flask, it is a micro framework primarily built for a small application with the simpler requirements. In Flask, you have to use external libraries. Flask is ready to use. Right, so this is basically the three questions that we have discussed regarding the Django and Flask that are actually mostly used and asked in the interviews. Great, so this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.